So we have six speakers. So we have six speakers lined up, and our very first speaker is His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurav Pracharak Swami Maharaj. So it is my deep honor and a privilege to actually introduce Maharaj. So Maharaj is a senior sannyasi monk in ISKCON and a disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He currently serves as the president of ISKCON Mira Road, Mumbai, and also ISKCON Vapi, Gujarat. He is the governing body commission supervisor for Uttar Pradesh East region. He's a global traveling preacher, and he's also a renowned teacher. Maharaj is serving as a teacher in many different universities: VIHT, Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education, IBMV, ISKCON Bhagavad Mahavidyalaya, Veda Varsity, Bhakti Vedanta College, you name it. Maharaj is a sought-after speaker and a teacher at many of these renowned ISKCON universities. And under his guidance, currently there are more than 15 temples across the world which are being constructed based on his guidance under his supervision. And while cow protection, the protection of Gomata, has always been very close to Maharaj's heart, yet another mission that is equally important and very close and dear to Maharaj's heart is the cause of education for children across the world. And in fact, nurturing and educating the next generation was one of the primary inspirations that made Maharaj make the big move as he was working as a marine engineer to join ISKCON as full-time. And since 1997 up until now, so Maharaj has been serving this cause of education in ISKCON in various capacities through various initiatives. But now Maharaj is taking it to whole another level. So Maharaj is currently working on bringing up a physical Gurukul in Melupote, a very holy pilgrimage site in South India, in Karnataka. So there is going to be a traditional Gurukul coming up there, and then also a Vidyalaya that will be open for both boys and girls. And simultaneously, Maharaj's deep concern for education for children made him think, well, across the world, there are so many parents who would like a better, superior, alternative education for their children, but how many of them can practically shift to Melupote? And that is going to be a small number. Well, although that is a project that is coming up, so Maharaj thought, why not simultaneously come up with a very revolutionary concept that is an e-school, e-Gurukul. So that gave birth to this wonderful initiative, novel initiative by Maharaj, SuSukham e-school. So of course, as we go forward, Maharaj will be sharing much more about that. So it is a deep privilege. It is with immense gratitude and respect that with my humble obeisances at his lotus feet, I now request His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurav Pracharak Swami Maharaj to take us through his part of the presentation. So Maharaj will be presenting the vision, the cause, and the purpose behind SuSukham e-school. Hare Krishna Maharaj, can you pronounce Srila Prabhupada?
Hare Krishna. Let me start with a quote by Srila Prabhupada from the 4th canto, 12th chapter, 23rd verse in the Bhagavatam, where Srila Prabhupada says that it is necessary for leaders of the Krishna consciousness movement to start educational institutions in different parts of the world to train children, starting from the age of 5. Such children will not become hippies, and by opening such institutes, the face of the world will change. Srila Prabhupada wanted to change the face of the world by starting education institutions by leaders of Krishna consciousness movement. I know many of you are leaders in Krishna consciousness movement. So it is an instruction by Srila Prabhupada to start these educational institutions. Now, the situation in the current schools, the current education system, I don't have to say much about it because as our founder Acharya has clearly told, they are all slaughterhouses. They are being slaughtered. The children are being slaughtered in those schools, and the parents are blindly thinking that my child is studying nicely there. My child is getting educated there. You yourself think about your own school when you went to the school, how much time you have wasted, how many subjects you studied which are having no value addition in future, even for the material education. So for the concept of SuSukham e-school is very simple. High-class material education in a spiritual atmosphere. Because in the current scenario, in the current setup of the schools, forget about spirituality, forget about values, even material education is also not given. We parents are in an illusion. We are having a blind faith that I sending my child to the school, my child is learning nicely, studying nicely. It is not. The ground reality is they're picking up so many bad habits, and especially because the internet explosion and the wrong videos, the bad videos which are not supposed to be seen by any teenage girl or the boy, they are seeing it, and then they are exposed to so much of promiscuity that their emotional health is disturbed. Forget about their intellectual health, and physical health is disturbed because there's so much of pressure in the school of performance. And not only that, they are having unnecessary competition, and they are studying so many subjects which are of having no value even in their professional life also. So, based on all these experiences, even when I used to go to school, what all experiences I had, the negative experiences, and being so much in contact with the children and the parents for all these years, this Susukham has been put in front of you. It is inspired by Srila Prabhupada, definitely. But the word Susukham came when I just landed in just a month back in Varanasi. I was just thinking of Kashi Vishwanatha and the plight of the children, give some solution. Kashi means the light of knowledge, the place light of knowledge manifests. I was thinking about that. Then this idea came, when there can be work from home, why can't there be school from home, study from home, at the comfort of home? As soon as this thought came, immediately I called Aradhana Mata and then told, so why don't you do this? She told yes. And I was thinking of a name, then the verse manifested in my mind. That is the Bhagavad Gita verse, where Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram Idavottam, Pratyakshavam, Dharmyam, Susukam, Kartrumavyayam. Susukham, Kartrumavyayam, Bhakti, Susukha. Why not education should also be Susukha? Why not your child learn from home? Why not your child uh, uh, study from home? And then study only those things which matters, even in the material life. So much of time can be saved so that he or she can prepare for the competitive examinations. So for that, we have selected a curriculum called NIOS, a board called NIOS. Next slide. So this NIOS system of board, many people think it is redundant or it is not for my child, it is low class. Is it recognized? So we have selected this NIOS board for a particular purpose, because when your child is studying in the 10th standard, 12th standard, the school which is you are sending, they are only concerned about your child getting good marks. They are not concerned about they getting selected in the entrance examinations. I face this problem. I'm telling this from my experience. When I studied in my college in 11th and 12th, they only taught me to get good marks in 11th and 12th. But when I faced the IIT paper, I could not. Especially in the 11th, I saw the IIT paper. I thought my college is not going to train me for this. So I had to take an extra coaching and endure myself to crack these entrance examinations. So we want our children not only to just get good marks in 11th and 12th, we want them to be selected in the premier institutes. So we were going to train your children right from the ninth standard itself to crack these premier institutes entrance examinations. So not only they'll get good marks, how they'll get good marks in NIMS, because the 10th standard sub syllabus will be taught from ninth itself. 2 years they are going to study the 10th standard syllabus, so they're well prepared to give the examinations of either 10th standard and 12th standard. So go to the next slide, please. Now, NIOS, what is the speciality of it? The speciality of NIO is very interesting. That is, you have to take only 5 subjects. And this NIS board is recognized throughout the world. Even I was surprised to know that NIOS centers are there even in US and UK. So I was not even knowing about a week back. When I did more research from the board, I came to know that it is not only internationally valid certificate, but also they have centers. So we are using NIOS board for our advantage, for our children's advantage, so that they have less burden. They just have to study 2 languages instead of 3 languages. And they just have to take 3 more subjects, only 5 subjects. And for example, this child who is very dull or got less marks, he can improve the marks. There twice exam is conducted twice a year. So we are taking NIOS for our advantage. So many parents think, oh, NIOS meant for some dull students. No, it is not so. Uh, and also, we are taking it for advantage. You can see in the slide, somebody got 95% in the board, but poor marks in JE, gone. What is the use? Somebody got in just 75. We want our children to get 95, no problem. But somebody got even 75 in the boards, but cracked IIT. So, which is better? So, our school is focused to train your child that he can be selected in the premier institutes. Mm. And there will be a separate session today itself by Anmol Prabhu, who is going to talk about it. We have a very wonderful staff. I'm telling you, there's no staff like that because we're going to get the best teachers throughout India, throughout the world, who can train and teach your children. If you are in a particular school, the teachers can be selected only from the particular area or particular city. But in an online school, you get the best teachers who are not only 100 high class devotees, highly intellectual, and not only that, they have vast experience. They're sitting at the comfort of the home. They're going to give you experience in teaching to children. So, best teachers online to give education. Go to the next one. Next slide. So, fewer subjects. In NIMS, you have fewer subjects. What are the fewer subjects? As I told you, only 5 subjects. And there's a flexibility. There's no, you're saving so much of time going to the school, coming back from the school. And just imagine what happens in the school. The the children, they fight among themselves. So much unnecessary talk happens. So at home, you know what your child is learning, and you can even know what the teacher is teaching. Do you really know what the teacher is teaching in the conventional school where your child is going? You don't know. Do you know what the child is learning or what is he doing? No, you don't know. So, from the safe atmosphere, spiritual atmosphere at home, you know what the child is going to learn. You know what the teacher is teaching. So, the advantage of this SuSukham is early start for the entrance examinations. And of course, less stress. Just imagine how much stress a child has to going to these schools, and additional burden of so many subjects which are not required. So these are the special features of the school. And I'm so happy that we have a wonderful team of devotees who are going to manage the entire school, out of which I would like to introduce Aradhana Mata, who has been in my podcast, that is a very famous podcast, mm, that is a Pariprashna podcast, and many other things. She is very qualified, and most of you must be knowing her. And qualifications are too many, but I would like to just simplify it. She has done her MS in America, and this very prestigious university, that is West Virginia University. This West Virginia University, I've been to America and I saw that university board, and then I clicked a photo and then sent to her. And so it's very nostalgic. And she worked in a very premier company as a industrial assessment center, and she was a lead process improvement projects, and so many other things are there which I don't know how to present it, because I am more of other side of of my industry, that is marine engineering. And not only that, she has served as vice president of public relations for Trad Toastmasters in North Carolina, and 7 8 years she worked there, and then she thought, why to work for somebody else? I'll start my own. She came to India, and she is the founder and CEO of Aradhana Training Services. She has been in this training for so many years, 11 years into training. That is personality development, corporate training, personal counseling, placement training, and motivational speaker. And she is leading this project along with the team members. She'll be introducing the team members. And I'm so glad that whole project of SuSukham, this just within 1 month, this kind of revolution can only happen when there is hand of Krishna behind it. It is not humanly possible. So this is Krishna's design. It is Prabhupada's design that this SuSukham school has to happen. I'm very happy by the response the parents and the devotees have shown. I'll tell one experience of mine when I presented this in a group of small satsang program in Bangalore. One old lady, she told me, "Oh, unfortunate that I could not send my children to this school. They are now grown up. They miss this school, but I'll send my grandchildren to this school." A very intelligent lady, she told me. Very high class family. This old grandmother, when she told, I thought it is a grandmother's blessing with the child, which makes the child grow. And I thought this school, which is now a small baby, will grow into a huge, it will have huge success because of blessing of the grandmother. Hare Krishna, I'll stop here. I hand over to, the further program to Aradhana Mata.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you wonderful for that wonderful introduction and kind words. Thank you, Maharaj. So Hare Krishna everyone. So for the next 10-15 minutes, what I would like to take you through is that SuSukham is not just another school. It is not a part-time school. It is not a weekend school. It is a full-fledged holistic school, a school like no other. Now you may ask, that is a tall order, Mataji. It's your project, it's Maharaj's project, so you're exaggerating. No, I'm not. You will know why. So in Tamil, I don't know how many of you know Tamil, but anyway, I'll translate it for you. So there is a saying in Tamil which says, "ஆயிரம் கவலைகள் இருந்தாலும் குழந்தையின் முகத்தை பார்த்தால் அனைத்தும் மறந்துவிடும்." So what does that saying say? As adults, we may have thousands of worries. But the moment you see this innocent, blissful face of a child, all your 1,000 worries will melt away. Now you feel, haha, how nice. But unfortunately, my dear devotees, I'm sure all of you can relate to this. Today, in that very face of the child only, we are seeing 1,000 worries or more. Very, thanks to our current education system, right from beginning, from pre-KG, competition, comparison, exam, assignment, this, that. Children are more stressed than adults these days. They are busier than us actually. This class, that assignment, this project. So the very first thing that SuSukham is going to focus on is Sukham. Like Maharaj was told, SuSukham comes in 9th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Sukham is joy. So first thing we want to focus on is bring back the joy in the process of learning. We want to put the smile back on the faces of children. We want to retain the innocence in their hearts, and we want to flame the spark of curiosity in their minds. So that is where we want to start. And then next, when does life become interesting? When there is some way of measuring, when there is a goal-oriented life. Like if I said there is a football match, 2 teams are playing, there is no goal post, there is no scorekeeping, they will keep on playing, they will keep on kicking the ball here and there. Will anybody buy the ticket and go watch that match? Absolutely not, isn't it? It's so boring. How do you know who is winning, who is losing, where is the scorekeeping? So another innovative thing that we want to do with SuSukham is that, of course, we will be keeping scores of academics, but why not only focus on academics? Why not measure the spiritual growth of a child? Maybe there is a boy or a girl who is chanting every single day. Why not we reward that with points? Maybe they memorize 3 shlokas this week. Why not we reward that? So spiritual growth and character growth. Maybe they are respecting the parents. Maybe they don't talk back to elders. Instead of criticizing somebody, they appreciate somebody. They lend a helping hand. Why not we give points for that? Based on their character, they are kind, they are polite, they have proper etiquette and service. Maybe they're helping their mother in the kitchen. Maybe they have taken the responsibility of cleaning the bathroom in the house. Maybe they arrange the food track in their house. They clean their room properly in the service. Maybe in their local congregation, communities, ISKCON centers, they are service oriented. They are doing whatever it is age appropriate. Why not we reward that? Personal growth. Maybe the child has read a book this month. Why not we appreciate that with points and certificates and milestones? Emotional growth. Maybe the child has overcome a fear, learned a new skill. Creativity. Maybe they're practicing, a certain hobby or taking their talent to next level. Maybe they're learning a musical instrument, art, painting, dance, drama, music, creativity. Let's appreciate that. Leadership. For their own age, maybe they take up some leadership roles. Maybe there is a festival coming up. They take in charge of something. So let's make our children not just followers but also leaders. So like this, a 360-degree growth tracker, can you even imagine in 10, 12, 13 years, if we measure these kinds of things and appreciate the children, what kind of holistic growth our children are going to have? They will not just be academically brilliant, but overall they will have such attractive personalities. So next is, what do we teach? So of course, like Maharaj was telling, it will be NIOS certified. Of course, there will be CBSE curriculum. But along with that, it is going to be mandatory for teaching Sanskrit for every single child at every grade. And that too, imagine Sanskrit taught through Ramayana. Any better combination than that? Integrating Vedic wisdom with modern education. We will teach English, but we will not teach English through Humpty Dumpty went on a wall. We don't care for Humpty Dumpty. Let's talk about Bhagavatam. Let's teach English through Bhagavatam. Let's introduce the characters. Our Aruda Mataji has done such a phenomenal job of creating all these books. Her own sons, His Grace Radhika Raman Prabhu, His Grace Gopal Hari Prabhu, such gems, homeschooling products. They learned English through, Srimad Bhagavatam. And Vedic geography, Vedic mathematics. And also story-based learning. Everybody loves a good story. The moment you say once upon a time, what about children? Even adults will say, oh, where, what, who, what happened? So wherever possible, we want to inculcate story-based learning. So we keep it very interesting. And life skills for success. I don't know about you, but me, I have burned midnight oil memorizing the trigonometry formulas, learning calculus, learning integration, differentiation, although it is in its own place, but I don't use any of that today. But what I actually do today on a day-to-day basis, I need relationship management. I need knowledge as to how to resolve conflicts. I need to know about financial literacy. How does compounding interest really work with a credit card? Why do they charge less interest when I save money but charge more interest when I take a loan? What about financial literacy? What about business acumen? What about communication? What about leadership? Which school is teaching all these life skills? So although Monday to Friday, our principal, Madam Shobana Mataji, she will be taking you through the curriculum. Although Monday to Friday, we will do all that, but Saturday, perfectly training them for life skills. And then preparing children for life, not just for exams. Exams, anyway, our children are brilliant. They are going to crack. We have no doubt about that. But preparing them for life, making them resilient. So just like potter, a potter takes his time to take the wet clay and give the very fine shape that he wants to give. But a very important thing that he does after he gives the shape, he puts it in an oven to bake it. He puts it under scorching heat. He doesn't put it under a shade. Only when it takes that heat will that pot become qualified to be actually to carry water, to fetch water. But if you put it under a shade, you can only keep it in a showcase. And our children are so overly pampered, both at homes and schools. Now today, most of our children are worthy to be kept in showcase pieces only, not for real life. They are not prepared for it. One failure, one heartbreak, gone. So we want our children to be resilient. So who teaches? Not only what we teach, but who teaches? Highly qualified and experienced teachers, but also they themselves, most of them are practicing devotees. Imagine the consciousness of the teacher affects the child's consciousness so much, and they learn from such wonderful teachers. And in addition to the regular teachers, we'll have inspiring guest speakers coming every so often and presenting successful role models. Because if we don't give the right kind of role models for our children, guess who will become the role models for your children? Hollywood actors, Bollywood actors, athletes, Ronaldo, Messi, Virat Kohli. Of course, they are all great, no doubt. But who are the role models we want to be for our children? And cross learning and peer learning opportunities, not only do the children learn from teachers, but also giving elder kids as mentors for the younger kids. So they find like an elder brother, elder sister. So there is cross learning as well. So, like this, who teaches? That also matters a lot. And we put a lot of effort in this area. And next, where do we teach? So, ours is going to be 100% online school. So the pros, the advantages of online school is that global access with local comfort and safe and supervised learning environment, which Maharaj was already touching upon. You have absolute control over who is your child interacting with. Then associating with like-minded students worldwide who have similar goals, similar objectives, similar value system, belief system, and freedom from bullying and negative peer pressure. There is so much of bullying that goes on and peer pressure, and that affects the child's self-esteem so negatively. So you get protection from all that and reduce exposure to bad habits, harmful influences, bad language. So all that, and then learn from the comfort of your home, but connect with the entire world. So let's take advantage of the digital world, the AI world. And holistic development. So we focus on the different age groups. What do they need at the age? Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. So it's not simply downloading the curriculum. No, teach Ayurveda for the body. Understand your Vata Pitta Kapha, how to take care of your body, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. What about your intellect beyond just the textbooks? What about your spiritual growth, your character, your mind, your emotions? So it's a whole 360-degree growth, holistic development. And then purpose-driven profession. We do want our children to be equipped to earn a great livelihood. But how? Like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, shloka 13, Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashah tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. Krishna says, I myself created this system, Chaturvarnyam, guna karma vibhagashah. Find the guna according to that karma. So later there is going to be a section on career. So identify the guna and based on that let them earn their livelihood. So whatever competitive exam under the world, whatever they want to go through, we are equipped to give them the training. But if some child says, hey, I don't want to get into this rat race, I want to be an entrepreneur, well and good. Why everybody should go seek the job, become job creators. We will train them in entrepreneurship, leadership, business acumen, financial literacy, communication, building and working with teams, you name it, we'll equip them with it. Skill development. So what skill can you monetize? So let's develop that skill. So purpose-driven profession. And then it takes a village to raise a child. There is this famous saying. But today, who is raising the child? Social media is raising the child. Their peers are raising your child. So we want here at SuSukham to create that village, to create that ecosystem, to help raise your child where your child can flourish and thrive and reach greater heights. It takes for anybody to grow deep roots and strong wings. Just like if you want to build a building, the higher the building you want to raise, the deeper the foundation has to be. So I hope you can give your child an opportunity to build the deeper foundation with SuSukham so they can reach greater heights. So that way they have deep roots also and they have strong wings also to go conquer the world. So this is in brief. Of course, I can go on and on. There is so much to talk in praise of SuSukham, but let me hand it over to the next speaker. So let me just give a brief introduction. So our next esteemed speaker is the SuSukham's principal, Mr. Shobana Satyamurthy, who will be talking about curriculum. So let me briefly introduce Mataji. So Shobana Satyamurthy Mataji, she has been an educator with more than 20 years of experience in the field of education. And over the course of her career, she has served in various leadership roles, including principal, headmistress, senior coordinator, and currently she is also the director of academics at N8. She has worked with a wide range of educational boards and curricula, including CBSE, Cambridge, IGCSE, Chrysalis, and Exceed, and giving her deep insight into both traditional and modern approaches to education. And she has led reputed institutions such as JSS Public School in Mysore, Kautilya Vidyalaya, that is again in Mysore, Eggheads Homeschool, and currently she's serving with N8 Education Homeschool as Director of Academics. And her experience spans classroom teaching, curriculum design, teacher training, academic leadership, and homeschooling. So, with this rich blend of mainstream school leadership and homeschooling expertise, she is uniquely positioned to help shape the curriculum of SuSukham eSchool. So, please join me in welcoming Shobhana Satyamurthy Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, please take over.
Hare Krishna to everyone, and thank you, Aradhana Mataji, for making it really reliable and a realistic uh, journey for all our parents. It's kind of an insight. In fact, Maharaj has already given an eye opener to the NIOS curriculum, which is a niche kind of a curriculum which is being dealt nowadays. But of course, one of the advantages Maharaj was saying is like it's actually recognized throughout the world. Many parents come back to me to also ask whether NIOS is a recognized curriculum as such. So coming to the curriculum and the timetable for the junior KG, so we begin the sessions at 9 a.m. with a small Mangalarti and chanting meditation, and yoga instructors will be there to train all our small little ones engaging, and with a circle time, which will be the settling time as well. This will be a kind of an innovation for the students and the learners, because there'll be a kind of an interaction and the rapport building between the facilitator and the students, because it's they're all small, isn't it? So they need quite some time to settle down, and also they would want to talk more when they are small. And then we have the communication skills, which is dealt with the LSRW. So listening, speaking, reading, and writing will be emphasized with the language proficiency of English. And of course, we will have Sanskrit, which is our USP. And every day, these two languages will be dealt. And it will be a kind of an amalgamation of numeracy, which is nothing but mathematics. Finally, there will be a touch of science and environmental learnings by all the learners and the students. And the teachers will be there to facilitate them with an hands-on activity. And four kinds of learners will also be dealt in all the aspects, right from kindergarten to class 9. Then they wind up a bit early because small children, so we have kept them in mind. And by 12:20 or by 12:40, they will have this mantra and small recitation of bhajans. As specified by Aradhana Mataji, it's not going to be Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, but it's going to be spiritualistic. Yeah. Can we move on to the next slide, Mataji? So coming to the primary levels, we have the 5 subjects dealt here, along with CCA, which is the co-curricular activities of craft, drawing, painting. Again, from class 8 to class 9, we will have a common assembly as such. So we call here as the assembling of learning spiritually, and Mangalarti again will be started a bit early from grade 1 to 9, where they will also have a bit of meditation, mantra chanting, and yoga by the instructors. And we have the 5 subjects, and we wind up the classes by 3:45. They will have the shloka and bhajans, and there will be a short break. Then they will have, excuse me, I think some of them are annotating on the screen. Kindly avoid the annotations, please, because small children tend to annotate on the screen. So let's keep this agenda as a formal one. Yeah, thank you so much. So then we have the home assignments, which will be monitored by their respective class teachers. So parents, you don't have to worry about the completion of their assignments as such, because it will be a monitored one and a guided one by their respective teachers. Then again, they have a short break, after which they will come back with the spiritual activities as chosen by the parents and at the interest of the students. Yeah, the next slide, Mataji. So this is coming to the primary level again. So this is more or less the same as grade 1, but the inclusion of the computer science with a little higher level. As Mataji was saying, we're not going to do away with the AI, but the AI will also be included here in their projects and as well as in their curriculum. So they will start learning their programming as well as early as their primary level from grade 5 onwards. And then we have the social science, as Maharaj was saying, like please call it as history and geography. We would want to elaborate more on our history and geography as such. So a lot of insights were thrown. In fact, in spite of my experience, I had learned a lot from Maharaj when I was creating this timetable as such, keeping in mind the learners. Yeah, the next slide, Mataji, please. So coming to the middle school level, that is 6, 7, and 8, again, we have the inclusions and the breakup of the specified subjects, like it becomes more elaborate of physics, chemistry, biology, and there'll be more of specifications on the shloka and bhajans, which will be inclusive in their literature, language and literature. And there will be a lot of communications that will be concentrated on along with the Sanskritam, and the students will be asked to be participating in their 64 arts, because nowadays school starts just dealing with value education as such, but actually it dies down as they totally concentrate on the syllabus as such. The completion of syllabus becomes a pressure not only by the school but and it slows down and percolates to the teachers. So I hope many educationists who are here would agree with my point. In fact, recently I got to know about the yoga day, and everybody started saying yoga, 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 but that's only for June 21st. But after that, where is yoga gone? It's just died on. So, but that's not going to happen at SuSukham. It's going to be a practice dealt with all the classes, and it will be a holistic education, which will also be with the wellness of all the human beings, with their mindfulness of not only academics but also to their pertaining to their health condition. Yeah, the next slide, please. So this is in detail with the high school. So we are going to do with the NIO's curriculum. So don't have to worry about the subjects. The subjects will be again dealt with in detail. So we have just broken down with their specifications of physics, chemistry, biology, and the core subjects as such. So the class starts and begins by 8 and winds up by 5:45 with their inclusions of spiritual arts. So this is more or less an eagle's eye view, I should say, about the curriculum. I hope it actually has given you all the insights about how we start with the day and end the day. Spiritualistic, we started, and the academics will not be sobered down, or it will not be given some kind of a niche advantages, but it will be dealt in detail, because I am an academician and I would be concentrating more on academics as such. With all your support and endeavoring insights, I would take my leave, and thank you so much on being patient and listening to me. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thanks to you, Shobana Mataji, for the detailed explanation of the timetable for the various grades and also the daily schedule.
Thank you. Thank you.
So moving on to our next speaker, that is His Grace Anmol Hari Prabhu, also called as Akash Dubey. So let me give a brief introduction. So Prabhuji is a new addition to our team and a valuable asset to our team. He's going to be talking about career counseling and also competitive exam training. So here is a brief introduction of his. So Anmol Hari Prabhu is an accomplished educator, AI consultant, business analytics professional, and career mentor with over 7 years of experience guiding students and young professionals. He has mentored and inspired more than 10,000 students across India and is known for his practical, industry-oriented approach to education and career guidance. Academically, he pursued computer science engineering from VIT and later completed his MBA in business analytics in San Francisco, USA. He began his professional journey as a business analyst at Cognizant and has since held leadership positions with organizations such as IMS Learning Resources, Career Launcher, JetB Global, and Infosys, where he currently serves as a lead consultant in artificial intelligence. His areas of expertise include AI, machine learning, business analytics, career mentoring, aptitude training, and communication skills. He is also certified in machine learning and artificial intelligence and has helped countless students make informed decisions about their academic and professional futures. So today, Anmol Hari Prabhu will be speaking on a topic that is very important for practically every parent, and that is about career opportunities and future readiness in an AI-driven world. So please join me in welcoming His Grace Anmol Hari Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, devotees, dear devotees. So, I have been into educations since 2011, and you can say that I reflect on those kids who have gone through very struggles during the preparation of their competitive exams. I was an above average kid during my education, but um, one thing which I lagged during the preparation of IIT when I was doing is that a correct methodology to follow, and at the same time the correct guidance which can give me a rank. And that is why on that day, after so much of struggle, I finally decided that when I will become something, then I will definitely start my own coaching institute, and where I'll be training the kids and guide them in such a way that they don't have to go through all these pains that I have gone through. And that's why education, I believe, should be a choice for a candidate. It should not be a burden. And that's why we always have this belief of one size fits all. So there are many thoughts the parents, when as soon as the kid reaches the eighth standard or the ninth standard, uh, all they start worrying is, what about my kids? Some kids have already decided that they want to do IIT. My kid doesn't even know what comes in IIT. So there is a lot of struggle going on with the parents. They will be going to different counselors, career people. Somebody will just type their whole uh, persona of the kids in the chat GPT and try to find out where my child fits in. But see, ultimately what matter is how a child picks up a subject. What is his thought process? That's where the role of a mentor comes into picture. And that is where only that person can guide who has already crossed a flooded river. If somebody has gone through a sailboat, it will be very difficult for him to guide a child when he is already in a flooded condition. So therefore, my team has all those intelligent brain who have crossed the struggle of their life. So with me comes along Nilesh, who is IIT All India rank 6. I myself has scored 247 rank all over India for VIT Valor. Then with me, my whole team have the medical staff who have done their MD, and they are there in the teaching profession now. So this is the team that we bring along, and this is how we are guiding the candidates. The next slide. So now the next question, normally the parents comes in is, how do you identify whether with what career choices a candidate has to take? And this is where the major problem of all the parents comes into picture is there one rule formula? That is, if somebody X has followed certain path, we will also follow him because he has achieved success in that. And that is where most of the candidates just follow the same thing. If somebody has achieved a high career in their hometown or village, they just follow him uh, in the same path. One day, I think Aradhana Mataji was giving an example that there is somebody who achieved a career in badminton. So there was a sale of all badmintons throughout the world. Like in India, everyone was just copying PV Sindhu. But see, this is where we fail. And that's where the concept of SuSukham comes into picture, where not only through the education, but also through certain parameters, we check the candidates and we tell them in advance what is your real capability. So the first test that we do is a psychometric analysis. Now the psychometric analysis will do a mental mapping for the candidate. So how does it does this? We will ask certain questions which are not uh, core education related, but behavior aspect also. And then we try to identify what is their response for each and every subject. That's one information that we get, through which we will be able to naturally align them in the careers. But this gives us only 40% of information. The next part is, although a person is good in it, but how he is able to take a right decision. So he might be a very good artist, but how will he take a right decision for his career to take that in the next advantage level? That's come as neuro-linguistic programming. So we do this neuro-linguistic NLP for the kids. This is our pattern of test through which we will also give them certain language related test, their thought process, how they want to take their career up, not in terms of only career, but in terms of taking the subject, how they want to take the subject in their life. So that gives another 70% of the information to us. And the next is, biologically, is he built for it? So that information we get from the DMIT test. It's basically a biological blueprint that we will get from the child, and we will naturally understand whether he has this innate understanding for certain subjects. So whether he is by nature argumentative, whether he is by nature uh, innovative, by nature is he developing certain kind of reasoning for science or biology. That all information will comes with the finger test analysis, which the instrument is given to us from the government of India. So we have a person who only does this test, who belongs to CCI, which is Council of India, and he is a authorized counselor given by the government of India. So he will do this for all of the kids. But now my just information to all of you is that we cannot immediately do this as soon as the child joins the school, because for us we need to understand that what is the psychology for the kids for the first 6 months when he comes to the channel of studying. So that's when after 6 months, when he's already understanding the curriculum and the syllabus, that's when we bring all of these topics and test the candidate. Next, Mataji. So psychometric analysis, NLP and aptitude test, this is for the mental mapping that we'll be doing for each and every kids after 6 months. But in each of these, as I told you, we will get the personality and their interest and the cognitive strength that they have. This information will be getting here. Yeah, next slide. Yeah. Now, what happens is, most of the parents, they will come to me and say, sir, my child is very brilliant. He tops the class. He is like 100 every subject. Can we start an IIT preparation, or can we start a NEET preparation, or can we start a UPSC preparation right from the age of class 4 or class 5? So now there's a shift. Even the big people have created their own apps for these kids, and they're calling it as some uh, attractive name they're giving, and they're calling them, and they're saying that, why can't you start your preparation now? But to be very honest, the child's brain requires certain development so that he starts understanding himself. Because a class 5 kid, 6 can top in a subject, but he will not understand what is important for me in this subject. So that understanding comes when a child enters 8th and 9th. What is in the subject, they will start questioning. So the questioning thing comes when he enters in this standard, and that is when we should introduce them into competitive exam. Before this, we should always encourage them in different learning, especially when it comes to Sanskrit. So there is a research in Russia that this language, Sanskrit language learning, because of that, people have developed immense memory power. So this is all we need to focus before that. Only when it comes to class 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, we should focus for the foundation. basis. And that's when what we do is when a student turns to 8, we start their foundation class. We do not tell them what is IIT, what is NEET, what is competitive exam. Rather, we teach them what is this subject, what are the aptitude questions that you will be facing in this subject, how will you answer those questions. So we will develop them on the basis of a subject rather than on the basis of an exam. That shifts their interest from a competitive world to a learning world. Yes, next slide, Mataji. Then comes our core area, which is 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Now, this is the age where we can clearly say that numbers or marks are not achieved on the exam day. It is achieved when you study sincerely at home. This is where your uh, core idea of competitive exams comes into picture. Ninth is a reflection of class 11th. 10th is a reflection of class 12th. So whatever topics, especially when it comes to science, whatever topics you study in class 9, the same syllabus is there in class 11th as well. So that means this is the time that you really want to start your training for any type of competitive exam. So when it comes to any engineering level entrance exam, we segregate the candidate before itself through these three tests which I talked about in the earlier slide, and make them make their pattern of the candidate to study together that subject. So a NEET student will be grouped in such a way that they are only focused on three subjects: physics, chemistry, and biology. And their whole focus will be in such a way that the competitive level questions which will be asked in NEET, we will be preparing them only on that level. There is two reasoning behind this. First, that only when you get 720 out of 720 is not the only way of getting into medicals. So if a child knows their capability, that my cup of tea is that I can only read or I can only learn certain topics and not every topic which is there in the NEET exam, we will make sure that the child gets the minimum passing marks so that he gets a confirmed seat in the medical. This same formula we applied in St. Thom Public School in Mandya, and a candidate whose father had just 1 acre of land, whose son was barely able to pay the school fee, was selected in medical exam of Karnataka. And now, yesterday he came and meet. So he is now completed his MBBS exam. And the formula that we applied is 40-30-30 rule. And the same way, the same pattern that I'm talking about, we worked out for him, and he achieved the minimum qualifying marks in NEET exam. So this is our whole study pattern. What we focus on areas of competitive exams is we make a child give their argumentative skill sets, which will be used for CLAT and CA exams, which they will be learning right from the age of 10th, 11th, and 12th. Only for the NEET and IIT, JEE, and UPSC preparations, we will only for the NEET, IIT, and JEE, we will be focusing on 9th class. So this is the pattern that we'll be following. SAT is scholarship aptitude test. We'll be giving the candidate the opportunity to go abroad if they want to go. This exam happens twice, and if somebody wants to go for CLAT or if they want to go for undergraduation in abroad, so they need to write this test along with the subject test, which is physics, chemistry, and mathematics. So this will be training. Yes. Next is each student one mentor model. Now, as soon as we reach to a pattern study or group pattern study for each of the kids, now we will make sure that each of these students are given their personal mentor time, where they have any specific problem that they are facing in a subject, or they are facing problem in their mental this one mental life or physical life, or if they have any family issue, each and everything will be handled with that particular mentor. So every kid will have their mentors, and they can freely talk. These mentors will also take the information and share that confidential information only with parents, so that the parents are aligned with the mood of the child. So this is what we will make sure. Then the digital school advantage. So each and every forum and that will be taking to the candidates will be in such a way that we have aligned them in the e-learning platform. Each of them will get their own hands out everything in their e-learning platform. They will have their flexible schedules. So if IIT has to be focused in the morning hours, NEET student will be focused in the afternoon hours. So these every details will be given to them in the classroom itself. And we will have a focused preparation plan that will be if NEET students require a biological teacher to explain more topics to them and cover more topics, so those students will be separated along with the other batches. So it will be completely focused preparation plan, the same that we have been following from 14 years, and we have the results on this particular basis. Right, next slide, Madhuri. Yeah. Then for each of these students, we will have a discovery phase, especially when it comes to class 8th and 9th. We will be performing the DMIT test. Actually, DMIT test has to be performed when they are in early ages, but since fingerprints and other things does not change, it will not matter much. But we have this facility, the child can come and do the finger test analysis. Same, we will perform the psychometric analysis test, and this is when we will, from our backend team, will keep a focus on the child in which subject and in which topic they are in, they are aggressive in, and they have the aptitude of learning. When it comes to class 10th, we'll be focusing on boards as well as the mainstream education, and we will solve the advanced level problems which will be there in class 11th as well. So for the 11th level, they will be prepared in 10th. For the 12th level, they will be prepared in 11th. And for the 12th, it will be only kind of a revision and retest for them. This is what the whole planning specialized structure will be given to them. Yes. So thanks, Aradhana Mataji. I will be taking the questions. I saw that there are many questions which have come up. So on the overall platform perspective, I want to just say that any education which a child has to go through, if they are in the stressed environment, it will be very difficult for them to achieve the success. But if they are aligned right from the starting and they have an advantage of 1 to 2 years over the kids who are preparing in the specialized institution at a stressful environment, that is where the problem comes into picture. And we have seen many difficult phases which the child has gone through, because there's a huge syllabus. Please don't misunderstand that the syllabus is very less. It's a huge syllabus that IIT and NEET will be checking. But at the same time, they understand only those who have planned their studies and they have done their management, they are also looking for these kind of candidates. So we have to plan the education of the child in such a way that they fall in this particular category. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anmol Hari Prabhu, for the detailed explanation. We'll come back to you with questions when they have any. So next up, we have our yet another esteemed speaker. So that is Dr. Rashmi Maniar. So this is our Her Grace Rangadevi Sugopi Mataji, her disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So let me give a very brief introduction of Mataji. So Dr. Rashmi Maniar is an accomplished educator, researcher, and teacher trainer with nearly 35 years of rich experience in the field of education. So Mataji holds a PhD in English literature, and she's a certified CBSE teacher trainer. And she was telling me that she's trained principals also, quite a lot actually. And throughout her distinguished career, she has served in various schools and colleges, gaining invaluable insights into teaching, learning, and child development. Her research focuses on eco-consciousness in Indian literature, with special emphasis on Vedic literature, reflecting her deep appreciation for both academic excellence and timeless wisdom. A lifelong learner herself, Dr. Manier is passionate about nurturing and empowering educators, and she firmly believes in the principle that sharing is caring and has dedicated herself to sharing the knowledge and experience she has gathered over the decades. And true to her belief, sharing is caring. That is the exact topic that she is going to be talking about. That is care. So please help me in warmly welcoming Dr. Rashmi Manier. Hare Krishna Mataji, please take us through your section.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. So, what we are going to take care of in SuSukham, first thing is care. And we will care for three people, three groups: students, teachers, and parents. How? A question comes now, how? So, we'll be having teacher training workshops. We'll be having parenting seminars, and we'll be having seminars, workshops for our students also. So this is the forte of SuSukham. The next slide, what I'm going to talk about is about NEP, right? But before I go further, I want to tell you one thing, that the current schools where we conduct a lot of workshops, one common pattern that we have seen is promoting mental health. So our forte will be, SuSukham will stress on promoting mental health of not only of students, but of teachers, of our parents, and our students. All three categories we'll be having workshops, especially on Saturdays. And next, most of the parents gathered over here, they will have one question in mind, and that is, what is SuSukham curriculum aligned to NEP 2020? Yes, it is aligned. We see in SuSukham e-school, it is also aligned with our SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. These are the two major things that we have not left out. We have inculcated this in our curriculum. So what does NEP say? NEP tells us to provide quality education. That is the SDG goal number 4. Provide quality education. Yes. Our school, SuSukham, provides quality education, and our focus is on 5+3+3+4 breakup. That is why the curriculum, the timetable which our esteemed principal took you through is exactly, the breakup is based on 5+3+3+4. Then if you had paid attention to our pre-primary curriculum, nursery curriculum, there the focus is on foundational literacy. Right? So our Prakhar app we have by the Government of India, where it has tested a number of schools, pan-India school students, and how they have performed for the foundational literacy part, foundational numeracy and foundational literacy. Our school, SuSukham, will concentrate on that part right from the beginning. But in alignment with NEP, it will also take our students through the foundational literacy and numeracy with the scriptures. So we are a beautiful combination of scriptural knowledge based on the topics, the points given by NEP 2020. We will not waver from that part. Coming to language part, we have Sanskritam. At present, if we see the NEP 2020, the third language, R1, R2, R3, R3 part, Sanskritam, that is given from 6th standard to 10th standard. They have made it compulsory. SuSukham, at SuSukham, we are going to teach right from class 1. So when the child reaches 10th standard, the process is nearly complete. Our curriculum is flexible. We have reduced exam stress, and there is technology in our curriculum. AI is already included. The next important part that NEP requests or NEP has laid down is teacher training. So we will have regular teacher training workshops, continuous teacher training to build the capacity of our teachers. And the next point that NEP 2020 has put up is equal access to education. Being an e-school, the SDG Sustainable Development Goal number 10 says everyone should have equal access. And that is what our e-school SuSukham has planned. It provides holistic education. So value-based education, now we see what is the tagline, from rote learning, we are taking our children to competency-based assessment. NEP has stopped rote learning. At SuSukham, we will also not go in for rote learning. We are going to prepare, as Anmol Hari Prabhuji has already said, we are going to prepare our students to tackle those MCQs, those competency-based questions, right from the nursery classes, right from from grade 1. We are going to teach them how to ask questions, how to frame questions. That questioning mindset, what NEP is asking us, that SuSukham will provide you right from the beginning. That is all I wanted to say. Thank you, dear parents. Thank you, Mataji. Hari Krishna.
Thanks to you, Mataji. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So Rashmi Mataji is our golden standard. Whenever we say something, she'll say, oh, we have to be NEP 2020 aligned. She's the one who is keeping us aligned. Looks like many kids are already active. They can't wait to start the school, I guess. So they're already drawing various things here. So last but not the least, we have one more speaker. So let me introduce her. So our esteemed speaker, Samhita Iyer. So let me give a brief introduction of Mataji. So Samhita Iyer, she holds an MA in Sanskrit and BSc in Computer Science. And she has completed courses such as Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav Module 1, and she's currently pursuing Bhakti Vaibhav Module 2 from Mayapur Institute of Higher Education. And for the past 11 years, Samhita Mataji has been involved in teaching and training children through value education programs, children's festivals, and summer camps. She has also coordinated educational initiatives such as spiritual science exhibitions and inter-school contests, guiding students in various learning projects. And apart from teaching, she has conducted courses on the Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit, and Vedic culture. Her interests include Bharatanatyam, Carnatic music, drama, art, and developing educational resources for children. So today, Samhita Mataji will be sharing with us her thoughts on the importance of culture in a child's education and overall development. So I invite Samhita Mataji to now take us through the culture aspect of it. So Samhita Mataji, you can take over.
Yes. Dear parents and well-wishers present here, so I know everybody is waiting for questions. You all are having a lot of questions and you are all waiting for the fee structure and the admission process, which is the next step. Just before that, I'll take little of your patience. 2 minutes, I'll talk about how we are going to bring about some glimpses I'll give. How we are going to bring about each student in this school. So how we are going to nurture the holistic development of each child. Yes, so school memories are always cherished throughout one's life, especially when a school provides everything in one place. Talking about Vedic education, it has always emphasized a balance between physical, mental, and spiritual development. Now this holistic approach is even now currently being revisited in various educational policies, such as India's NEP 2020, to move beyond purely vocational training towards focusing towards building well-rounded ethical individuals. So to accomplish this, I'll talk about 5 different dimensions which will be covered in this school. First being the culture. So our Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, he says that Sanskrit should be compulsory for all children to learn. So of course there are so many other prestigious institutions where Sanskrit is taught. But in our school, along with all the other academical subjects, this SuSukham e-school will be the #1 online full-time school which will be covering all the academical subjects, keeping Sanskrit every day. So we'll not only learn Sanskrit as a language, but we take every child from Sanskrit to Sanskriti. So when your child in this e-school is deeply rooted in this Sanskriti, that is Vedic culture, it is ensured that they are strong throughout their life. The second being chant. Next slide. So as parents, you need not send your children to separate public speaking classes. We mentor all those in this school. So what we do is we have, as you saw in the curriculum, in the timetable, we have shloka classes as one of the periods. So in that classes by which they will learn shlokas, by which their pronunciation becomes clear and speech is refined. So it also boosts their memory power. All art subjects are also included in our school. Children will be learning music, Carnatic music, Hindustani music, bhajans written by great saints, classical dance, which will include Bharatnatyam and other dances as you show your interest. So gradually we will also start inculcating the 64 arts, which includes learning musical instruments, enacting in dramas, even right from hairdressing to the art of singing in front of Guru in the morning to wake him up. So like this, we'll be keeping the children engaged so that even though it's an online school, you'll not need to worry that your children will be sitting in front of the screen and doing distracted by some other things. This school is going to keep your child engaged in all ways. Especially music makes the energetic mind become calm without being restless. As they go to higher standards, we will give them the option to choose their field of interest in arts and where they want to become expert in. Third field being the concentration part. So now how your child is when it is online and your home environment,
Mataji,
many
your
things
voice
will
is
be happening
cracking.
around, how they will be able to concentrate daily. Okay, I'll try my best to have
Seems to be
proper
fine now.
internet connection.
Continue, Mataji.
Okay. So daily morning, even Lord Krishna in Dwarka, he meditates on his own holy names. This is a part of his schedule. So when school students meditate
Samhita Mataji.
on the
Mataji, again, your voice is
automatically
cracking.
it becomes on that day. And the fourth field. Okay, is it okay now?
Seems to be fine. If needed, you can keep your video off. That might help also. Continue.
Okay. So calligraphy, fourth one being calligraphy. So online classes doesn't mean that your child will be expert only in the digital world. Do you think he or she will be able to type only on keyboard? No. In our school, we'll be focusing even on individual handwriting improvement. One of the prominent acharyas of our sampradaya, many of you must know about him, named Srila Rupa Goswami, who has written so many books and Sanskrit drama scripts. Once he was writing a book and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and asked, "What are you writing? Just show me." And he took one of the manuscripts, which was a palm leaf, and the Lord was reading it. So the Lord himself praised Rupa Goswami's handwriting to be like a beautiful row of pearls. And he said that this gives me so much bliss to my mind. So it is very important to enhance the writing skills at young age. So daily, as you can see on the screen, younger students will be practicing handwriting. Elder students will enhance calligraphy skills in different fonts. Now the fifth being cosmogram. So a subject which no school must have taught to children up till now. SuSukham e-school takes the child beyond the geographical boundaries to teach the Vedic cosmology. Cosmogram means refers to a wide range of symbolic, artistic, Vedic, philosophical diagram that represents the organization of the universe. Now, it is the all of it is the era of Gen Alpha and emerging generations and automation are taking over everything. So just imagine how sharp the intellectual capability of these kids properly with the modern way of learning. So inculcating these topics from the profound Vedic scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, simplifying it for the young minds, and the higher grade students will be able to study the movement of orbits, the zodiac signs, the stars, astrology, and much more. So these are just some of the glimpses of the unique topics which will be included in our SuSukham e-school. So as parents, you are not going to regret after registering your child in the school. And I also ensure that before we start our school, after registration, we'll be going through the process where we will examine the internet bandwidth of the teachers and students. So connection for me also, now you can see, you will think that, oh, this connection is going here and there, what will happen during the school. But don't worry about that. Teachers and students will be ensuring that everybody has a good bandwidth. So now let us thank you for allowing me to speak. Now let us continue with the admission process and the fee structure. I'll hand over to Aradhana Mataji.
Right, thank you, Samhita Mataji. And thank you for that reassurance about the bandwidth. I was going to say that she covered it herself. So basically, with SuSukham, until now you have seen whether it is the academics, whether it is homework supervision, whether it is cultural aspects, whether it is competitive exam training, we are very possessive of your children. We don't want them to go anywhere else. We don't want you to run around taking from this class to that class to wherever. Just send them here. It's your one-stop solution for all the educational needs. And now moving forward to the most frequently asked question. Almost every parent who called me over the phone, can you tell me about the fees? आप fees को बता सकते हैं? I was like, no, you have to come for the parent orientation seminar. We are not sharing it on the. So here is the fee structure. So it's going to be very nominal, affordable, just to cover our platform charges and to pay our teachers in a decent way. So for pre-KG, LKG and UKG, the monthly fee is going to be 3,000 Indian rupees. But here is a note, for anybody outside of India, the fees does vary, but that is also going to be nominal, so you can reach out to us. And then from grades 1 to 4, it's going to be 4,000 Indian rupees per month. And then grades 5 to 9 will be 5,000 rupees per month. But of course, from 9th grade onwards, depending on the kind of competitive exam training, the kind of skill development that your child needs, the kind of entrepreneurial training that your child needs, those charges will be additional. But this 5,000 here for 9th grade will be for the academic training. And the payment options, at the minimum, you'll have to do quarterly payments. And if possible, if you choose to, you can also do half-yearly and yearly payments. Those also will be accepted. So as you can see, it's very nominal. And for those of you who are going to join outside of India, you can reach out to us and we will take you through the pay structure for you, the fee structure. And then admission process is very straightforward. There is no clutter. So the very first thing, after the webinar is over today, you will get an admission form. It will just take you 5 to 10 minutes max to max. So you will have to submit that form. And then after that, we will schedule an interview with you. And then if you happen to clear the interview and if you are selected, then you just complete the payment and finish the enrollment. You will have to submit some minimal necessary documents. And then welcome to SuSukham e-school. So it's going to be very straightforward and simple process. And so if you have any
question answers,
yes, so we'll open it up for Q&A.
you can raise your electronic hand and then they can yes, Priya Achyuta Das, unmute him, Mataji.
Okay. Give me just a moment.
Yeah. Huh.
Hare Krishna, Prasad Pranam.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
I'm audible?
Yes,
Yes.
loud and clear. Go for it.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So I'm from Noida itself, and my son is in UKG. Right now he is in UKG. So if in future I want to discontinue or you discontinue this program, in that case, do we get any certificate as such so that we can enroll further in the new school?
Yes. You get it.
We do not plan to discontinue, but from your end, if you do plan to, then definitely we will not stop you. We will give
No,
you
no.
the certificate.
At the same time, I also do not want to continue as I'm also a teacher, a biology teacher, and I really want that my kid get all the concepts in terms of Vedic or Prabhupada education system, as well as this CBSE curriculum. As I see, there are too much flaws in this CBSE curriculum and all these things. So one more thing is there. So it will be easy for the kids if they conduct classes by themselves if he's in UKG.
So, Prabhu, what we recommend is up to like maybe UKG first grade, maybe even until second grade. If one of the parent is there along with the child, we would highly recommend that if that is possible. Of course, our teachers are very well qualified. They are going to teach in such a way that they are going to keep their attention. But however, for these younger kids, it's better that one of the parent accompanies them during the class.
At least
Okay, actually, to be
make sure
very
they're sitting
honest,
make sure they're sitting in front of the computer. You don't have to sit always with them. Once they start the computer and then you sit, make them sit, then they're engrossed. You don't have to worry about it. You can do the things.
Ji, Maharaj ji. Maharaj ji, actually, to be very honest, my wife is not well versed in English. So at the same time, I'm not at home at in daytime. So is it okay to cope up with the study by student itself,
Yes,
or they
for the
also
lower
have to be
standards,
in Hindi as
we
well?
have teachers who can speak in Hindi also and then communicate the parents and all. That's don't worry. We'll take care of it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Maharaj ji, Sadhu Pranam.
Next, Sakil
Sati
Swaroop.
Swarup.
Yeah, Sakil Swaroop.
Sati Swarup Mataji, could you please unmute yourself? Yeah.
Sure. Hare Krishna, Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna, everyone. So, Maharaj, I just wanted to request you something if you can touch base upon this aspect, because whenever we speak about homeschooling at home, mostly, everybody is worried that you're not sending the baby in a social setting. How will he learn communication? How will he learn how to cope up with the competition and all? So how can we convince
Yeah,
the
I get
families
your
that
point. So you got the competition. The competition, we are going to prepare the child for the competitive exams. That is taken care. Number two, communications. You heard about Samita. We're going to make your child a good speaker. That's for sure. And when it comes to social, now it's up to you. What kind of socialization you want for the child to have? You know that kind of socialization which happens in schools. Basically, what is happening these days, the intermixing of the boys and the girls, and it's so rotten. I studied in a co-ed school during my time. We 30 boys never spoke to any girl, and you're all chaste. Now these days, it has become totally cut on the name of boyfriend, girlfriend. Do you want it to happen to your boy or girl? So socialization can happen under your direction, under your superintendence. You can monitor the socialization when they study in our SuSukham school. They can go after 6 o'clock, socialize among those kids who are playing around in your society, in your building. So you know who they are associating with. You know what they are doing in their studies. You know what the teachers are teaching. The classes are recorded. Uh, so the socialization, if it is not monitored and controlled, it is going to be a havoc. Now you can see so much of havoc which is happening. The latest news, it's crazy. Uh, one just got engaged and killed. the fancy. Where are those values coming from? It's all because of socialization, and the word socialization is actually having a negative connotation these days. When I say that, when the girl says, "I want to socialize," what does it mean? So, regulated socialization is part of our curriculum, and definitely we have temples. Every week, children will go to temple. For example, if we're in Delhi, 10 children are in a school, we're going to have a cluster homeschooling kind of thing on the weekends where they can interact and socialize with the kids for their material and spiritual development. Yeah.
Thank you. And Marji, by when can we expect the schedule and fee structure for North America to come up and session for kids to start?
First, we want to settle with India by this July. After 20th July, we're going to bring the North Indian, North American, Canadian, and that area. So we just keep it on hold because we want to first take care of the Indian timings and then come with the any things schedules. Okay.
So when we get the form today, are we supposed to fill that and send it, or shall we wait?
For North America, you don't fill the form now, but just give information that you're from North America, and we'll take care of it separately. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Preeti Singh, can unmute.
Preeti Singh Mataji, if you could please unmute it.
Please unmute.
Sakshi Puja ko.
Hare Krishna, Dharmat Pranam.
Please.
आज मुझे कैन आई स्पीक इन हिंदी?
हिंदी में बात की, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
महाराज, मुझे ये जानना था, जैसे कि अगर छोटे बच्चे हैं तो मतलब थोड़ा डिसिप्लिन का इशू नहीं होगा अगर मतलब ऑनलाइन वो ऐसे पढ़ाई करेंगे तो?
हमारे टीचर इतने क्वालिफाइड हैं तो आपके बच्चों को एंग्रॉस करेंगे और डिसिप्लिन बना के रखेंगे। बस आपका जिम्मेदारी ये है कि बस वो कौन से क्लास में मालूम नहीं है, वो मेक श्योर वो आपके जो क्लास चलेगा उस समय बैठे, बस उतना ही। उसके बाद हमारे टीचर्स उनको एंग्रॉस करके रखेंगे। जैसे वो मोबाइल गेम में बहुत एंग्रॉस्ड होते हैं ना, आपको 10 बार बुलाने पर भी ध्यान हटता नहीं ना उनका, तो वैसे ही वो हमारा टीचर्स का एक्सपर्टाइज है, क्योंकि पूरा भारत में जो अच्छे अच्छे टीचर्स है वो चुन चुन के पढ़ाएंगे। तो मान लो कि आपका छोटा शहर है, उस पे टीचर्स का क्वालिटी जो है, हो सकता है 1-2 टीचर अच्छे हो, हर टीचर अच्छा नहीं हो सकता। पूरा भारत में हर जगह अच्छे अच्छे टीचर रत्न चुनेंगे और इसको हम कर रहे हैं। तो शुरुआत में आपको थोड़ा सा बच्चे को बैठना पड़ेगा, बैठो क्लास में बैठो, तो एक बार बैठेंगे उसको मजा आएगा, उसको भी आनंद आएगा। आनंद कौन नहीं, स्टोरीज आएगा, सब कुछ आएगा, सब आगे बढ़ेगा। आपको जैसे आप बच्चे स्कूल भेजते हो, आपको मालूम ही नहीं हो ध्यान दे रहा है कि नहीं दे रहा है, कम से कम आपको मालूम तो है घर में ध्यान दे रहा है कि नहीं है।
जी
ठीक है, नेक्स्ट साक्षी पूजा, बोलिए नेक्स्ट। अनम्यूट कीजिए साक्षी पूजा माता।
अनम्यूट नहीं हो रहा है वो।
हो गया।
हो गया।
Maharaj ji, please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. And
आप है चलो
first of all,
ठीक है।
thank you so much for launching this SuSukham, which we were awaiting in ISKCON, that our ISKCON should have such kind of school for us, our children. So thank you so much for taking up this initiative and doing this service for the pleasure of Guru Maharaj. Maharaj, actually, there are few doubts that I am having on my mind. That my son, he's like one part you answered in my on the message that when the classes are going to start, and you said that the forms will be launched very soon, or maybe tonight itself. So I want to know that would there be some facility of taking some demo class or something for this? So
Okay, now
just
Aradhana
like
Mata, please note it. Please note it. We'll have a demo class. We have once admission form is filled up, we'll have a demo class. We can have a demo class. This is also kind of a demo class what we just now did. But so
No, Maharaj,
I just
actually,
wanted to introduce the personalities behind the school. So they are really dedicated and very chosen. And then
So, Maharaj,
when
the
we
demo class is
select,
for a child. A demo class for a child that he or she
yes,
would be able
yes,
to
we'll
know
do
that
that.
what kind of environment he is going to be in.
Yes, yes. Once you fill the admission form, we'll have one demo class. Keep it in mind. We'll work on it. But
Okay,
we never
Maharaj,
thought about it. We'll do that.
another point is Anmol Prabhuji mentioned some tests
Yeah.
to understand the child's mentality towards certain subjects, what kind of subjects a child can take. Now, my son, he is in ninth and already he is in the middle of the session. Okay, so how things will be done for him or such kind of child?
Animal Prabhu will answer that.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Nanad Pranam. So, Prabhuji, we as soon as you enroll, the first thing that we can do is he's actually not in the middle of the session. It is June right now, so his classes would have started in May and April. So he would have just covered two topics in each subject. That is two chapters in each subject. That's when my calculations comes into picture. And so still he requires some time. So the test for you would be done in September. So once we have covered at least 4 chapters in each subject, and at the same time, before we conduct the test, we will be telling him about what this test is. So mentally he'll get prepared till that time.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Maharaj, one more question that I'm having is there are certain other e-schools that we are having. Like one devotee recommended 21K. There is some e-school 21K. So how we are going to different means of course spiritual aspect is there, but they are giving some freedom in the subjects also. That NIOS I believe gives freedom for choosing the subjects right from class 8th or 9th. So
That is what we're
would that
doing.
give
We're doing that. That is why we chose NOS, so that we can. If that is what Anil Prabhu also told that in the presentation. Somebody boy wants to do NEET, doesn't have to study mathematics, isn't it? Somebody wants to do only go for commerce, he doesn't have to do science. Isn't it? That is why we chose NOS. That is a basic academic structure we use.
Okay,
So you can
and
go from
Maharaj, uh, are we going to plan some kind of teacher-student ratio for a class, for a particular group of students?
Yes. I have suggested the team for 15, maximum 20. Once it reaches 20, you should split into two.
Okay.
Yeah.
महाराज मैं
हाँ
भी एक
पूछिए।
क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहती हूँ। हरे कृष्णा महाराज, दंडवत प्रणाम। महाराज मैं ये पूछना चाह रही थी कि जैसे हम लोग सुनते आए हैं कि बाहर सोशली से उन्हें कनेक्ट कराना ही क्यों है बच्चों को, क्योंकि बाहर तो एनवायरनमेंट गलत है एंड वी आर ऑल्सो फेसिंग दैट एनवायरनमेंट। तो बट मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि जैसे आफ्टर 12th उन्हें फिर से वो वही एनवायरनमेंट फेस करना पड़ेगा,
अच्छा
तो
प्रश्न।
उसके लिए क्या हम प्रिपेयर्ड
अच्छा प्रश्न।
रहेंगे उसके?
देखिए 12 तक हमारे स्कूल में रहेगा एक बच्चा, 10 साल रह गया, उसको इतनी शक्तिशाली बनाएंगे ना, वो दुनिया में कभी हिलेगा नहीं, चाहे
जी
भौतिक
महाराज।
परिस्थिति। ये पक्का है। उसको ट्रेनिंग ही ऐसा है, क्योंकि हमने क्या किया, हमने शुरुआत में उसको कमजोर बनाया, तो भविष्य में और खराब हो जाएगा। ये इतनी कल्चर, केयर, करिकुलम, और उसके बाद हाँ ये जो कंसेप्ट जो है अपना, हम्म, हाँ, और कैरियर, ये जो चीजें हैं, कौन सा स्कूल दे रहा है बताइए?
धन्यवाद।
अच्छा हाँ, कोई भी प्रिंसिपल, कोई भी स्कूल, हमने जो सोचा है, कम से कम सोचा है क्या? चलो बाकी स्कूल की बात छोड़ो, माता पिता भी कभी सोचा है? कोई कौन माता पिता सोचा है बताइए अपने बच्चे का ये जो है वो 10th में अच्छा आना चाहिए, 10th में अच्छा आना चाहिए, 10th में अच्छा आना चाहिए, लेकिन वो सोशल स्टडीज जो पढ़ रहा है वो कोई काम का नहीं है, वेस्ट कर रहा है। कभी सोचा है माता पिता ने?
यस महाराज, कोई काम का नहीं है।
कम से कम सोच तो रहे हम लोग। आपके बच्चे के भविष्य के बारे में सोच तो रहे हम लोग।
यस यस महाराज।
ठीक है, आगे।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Maharaj, one
Thank you.
point to that, Sakshi Puja Mataji. So, Mataji, when we teach them, we will give them a very strong discriminatory power between right and wrong. So, and they can also justify their practices. If somebody is questioning vegetarianism, it is not just a blind belief. They can have that solid backing. Why do you wear a shika? Why do you wear a dhoti kurta? It is not simply what they are wearing. They will also have a proper understanding why they are doing what they are doing. So even after 12, when they are exposed and if they are questioned, they will be able to justify, and with conviction, they will be able to practice what they are doing. So we will give them a strong foundation for all that.
Yes,
ये
Mataji.
इतना ही नहीं, हर शनिवार को एवरी सैटरडे स्पेशल
Yes.
गेस्ट स्पीकर्स आएंगे अपने बच्चों के लिए। जैसे अमूल्य प्रभु है, गौरव प्रभु है, ऐसे लोगों को लाइन अप करके रखा है सब पूरा हर फील्ड में, कल स्पिरिचुअलिटी में नहीं है। तो ये समझो कि आपके बच्चे आपके नहीं है, हमारे हैं। ठीक है, आगे
Yes,
बढ़ो।
Maharaj.
हाँ
Thank you,
ठीक
Maharaj.
है।
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna, Dhanvat
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam.
हाँ, सुष्मिता राज, अनम्यूट कीजिए। नेक्स्ट। हाँ,
Sushmita Mataji, you have unmuted, please.
प्लीज अनम्यूट। या प्लीज स्पीक,
हरे कृष्णा।
बोलिए।
Yes, Mataji, you again muted yourself.
ठीक है, माला माता जी
हरे
को
कृष्णा
can-
महाराज जी।
हाँ ठीक है, हाँ बोलिए।
महाराज जी, मैं ये पूछना चाह रही थी, जैसे एक तो मेरा बच्चा 2.5 साल का है, तो उसको भी अलाउ है स्कूल में, या 3 साल तक
हाँ,
जा सकता?
नर्सरी में डाल सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
और
ठीक
उसमें
है,
ये प्रभु जी के मतलब माता पिता हिंदी मीडियम में हो तो चलेगा?
चलेगा। जो वो टीचर्स जो है वो संभाल लेंगे, आप कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
और दूसरा ये कि जैसे इतना घंटा बच्चा बैठ जाएगा इसे कंप्यूटर इसे?
हमारे टीचर्स इतने अच्छे हैं, जब मोबाइल के सामने बैठ सकता है तो अब हमारे टीचर्स मोबाइल से भी अच्छे हैं, वीडियो गेम से भी अच्छे, समझ लो। ठीक है, हाँ। माला
ओके
माता।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Mala Mataji.
अनम्यूट।
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji, Dandvat Pranam, and thank you so much, Hare Krishna, to all the presenters. It was really a wonderful session. I really liked it. Something, peaceful is coming out of this material education. So, Maharaj Ji, I have 3 questions. The one is this psychometric test is going to be conducted for all the sessions? Like there are KG or 5th and 6th, 7th, no? It is
Ninth
just
only.
once?
Because ninth is the time where they to choose
Okay.
which stream I'm to go. So they require support. It is not that if you ask a child of first standard, what do you want to become? He says, I want to become a cosmonaut. They have no idea. So till eighth is the standard basic education, overall development of the child. So career focus will be from ninth standard onwards, as
All
Anmol
right.
Prabhu has clearly told. Yes, next.
All right. Second question, Maharaj ji, like, is there any career path program for undergraduate student post 12th? My son is like in undergraduate segment. So, is there anything for such students?
We have not really thought about it. Maybe Anmol Prabhu can guide you. We'll give his number to you. You can talk to him. It is basically which branch is taking up. But definitely, I have a desire that after 12th, we want to do some Sanskrit based graduation thing, which we're going to teach. And
Okay.
it's not our expertise to do BA, BSc, and all these things. They're already there.
Ji.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sanskrit based thing
And the
definitely will take. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Maharaj ji. And the last question, like my daughter, she's in 8th standard. Now these kids are so much exposed to material education. They have that circle and everything. So how to convince them that, okay, now we are going to put you into SuSukham kind of education system. So how to convince those kind of a student who are so much exposed to material education?
So we are giving the best mental education. Understand that. SuSukham is not for spiritual education, spiritual
Yes.
atmosphere. As I told in the very beginning, this school is giving high class material education in a spiritual atmosphere. For
Mhm.
spiritual education, you have a standard ISKCON temple. We are getting that there, isn't it? Now we may
Yes.
say why this school? Because they are not even getting material education in the schools. It's a fact. Tell me, even there the school is not even concerned about whether child is going to be selected in IIT or not. They were only concerned about that photograph in front of the school with all the children, 100% result, 98, 99. And some children who get below 95, so they don't put their photographs. That's all. Everybody in India, they are starting schools with what purpose? To make money. That is a
Money.
sankalpa. That's all.
Yes.
And our
Yes, yes.
sankalpa is not that.
Okay.
Why I require money?
Yes, sir. With like Maharaji, with your thought, I can connect during Corona when kids were, getting those online schooling for 6, 7 months, or I think it is 1 year. So they were adapt to it. So I think we can make it happen here also. I just
Yes, yes,
recalling
yes.
that factor. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Thank you, Maharaji. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Pranam Sadhu.
Suprita
Suprita.
Radhika Mataji. Could you please unmute and speak, Mataji? Okay, maybe not. Rachana, yeah, Suprita.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, my humble obeisances into your lotus feet. Actually, I have two questions to ask. What will be the platform, online platform that we will be using for conducting this class? Will it be Google Meet, or what will be the online platform?
Aradhana, you can answer this. What is it? Yeah.
So, Mataji, as far as the teaching platform, it will be Zoom. But as far as the overall platform, we have collaborated with Bloombyte. So, they are pioneers in providing ERP software for educational institutions. They've been doing this for many years. So, we have tied up with them. So, there will be a teacher login portal, student login portal, parent login portal, admin. So, they provide everything. So, as a parent, you will be able to log in and track the attendance of your child, the marks, the fee payment, everything. So it's like a one-stop place. So Bloombyte, we are collaborating with them. But as far as the classes themselves, it will be on Zoom, Mataji. If your child misses a class, there will be recording provided, so you don't have to worry about that. So all those things will be taken care, and the classes will be very interactive. So yeah. Is that okay, Mataji? You have any further questions? Suprita Mataji, you're on mute.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, is that okay, Mataji? So it will be on Zoom, but
Yes,
Bloombyte will be
I have, yes. And one more thing, Mataji, if we are going for an yatra like Kartik Yatra or to Mayapur for some 10 days, like all the recordings will be available for throughout those classes, or do we have to pay extra, like for example, for storage purpose or something like that for a premium user? Like, just wanted to know how that works.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, we'll provide the recordings.
Okay, yes.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Mataji. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
Rachana Devi.
Raj.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj, Dandvat Pranam. My daughter is in ninth, like going to be ninth now. So I want to know, like, what special we can do about her, because you have not mentioned the class 10 right now. So is it up to ninth, or next year they'll go to 10th?
Admission is till 9. So it's not that okay till 9 only. After that, they have to go somewhere. Admissions are open till 9. From 9, she'll go to 10, 10 to 11 to 12. The whole school is till 12 standard.
Yeah, one more thing, one doubt only regarding NIOS. Like we ourselves filled for her already. We filled for NIOS. She is doing homeschooling.
Yeah.
So we filled for class 10 because NIOS said they don't have class 9. Is
Good
it?
question. We are going to teach 10th standard syllabus, 9th and 10th, both together. Two years for 10th standard syllabus.
So you will split the class 10 syllabus into 2 years, 9 and 10.
Yes. So that they are better prepared for the examination, get more marks.
Yeah, that's why the confusion we had. Okay.
Yes. All confusions.
And for practicals for 9th and 10th, you will be utilizing the centers, NIOS centers, which will be there.
Yes. That there will be Maniyar Mata. She is going to Rangadevi Mata. She is going to take care of the legal things. Yeah, compliance things. We have a team to do that.
Okay, Maharaj. And for the subjects and all, then we will be allowed to choose, or it is already selected by the team?
We have three streams. That is basically Sanskrit, English is compulsory.
Yes.
And depending on Anmol Prabhu's input, the child can select and decide what it's going to be in future. Medical, we don't teach that. Engineering, we don't teach that. Other fields, we don't teach that. So,
Okay.
but Sanskrit and English are compulsory.
Okay. She already studied Sanskrit till class 8th, so that is not a problem for us. Thank you, Maharaj. That's all I have. Hare Krishna.
Ashwini Sunil Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Actually, I am heartfelt gratitude to all of you for this great idea. Like I was searching for a best education for my kids. So after this presentation, I felt peaceful. Like whatever I wanted qualities in my kid, I felt confident that they will get it here. But my question is like examinations. How do you conduct it? Like online also, like it goes online or offline? For
Yeah,
example,
our,
10th standard.
no, 10th standard will board examination. 10th standard, they have to go to a particular center and they'll apply. And other things like whatever happens in online examination, it happens. Open book, closed book, all these things that will be taken care by the expert team of teachers headed by our principal, curriculum part of it. But for the 10th standard, they go to a particular center, they get a hall ticket and all these things. All will be very systematically dealt.
Okay. And I have another question is like my kids, I have two kids. She is in 5th standard and my younger one is UKG. So we have already paid the fees for the year, academic year. So can we take the admission now and join in next year?
You speak to Aradhanamaji separately for that. Take it offline and speak to.
Okay, Maharaj. Yeah, and other one is like, for example, like this is whole curriculum will be online. Is it compulsory that parents should be there throughout the classroom session?
No, not required. Small kids, nursery, UKG, you need to have somebody to at least make them sit from home. But once they are first standard, second standard, they'll do on their own. When they can take the mobile and do a mobile game on their own, why not education? They'll do it. Not parents need not be there. But till nursery, UKG, LKG, we require somebody to make them at least sit in front of this thing. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Aruna Madhavi Madhavi.
Hare Krishna Maharji, pranams. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for wonderful presentation, Maharji. My question is that we're talking about good high class material education with spiritual atmosphere. So the first thing is that will it not impact the long-term screen, will not impact the eyes of children, and sitting at one location, no physical activities till 5, 6 o'clock. Like right now they go to school and they do some physical activity, they attend many physical education classes or uja classes, etc. in schools, and plus the impact of screen on eyes is a major concern for me, I see actually.
So Madhavi, you want to take that, Madhavi?
I'm sorry?
No, I just didn't see Maharaj. So Mataji, multiple ways. So if you see the curriculum, Mataji, what our principal, madam, she was presenting. So after every single class, there is a 15 to 20 minutes break, Mataji. There will be mandatory protocol. So they have to move away from the screen. So they are not going to be looking at the screen more than 40 minutes. So that is one thing. So that way it is not like continuously from morning till afternoon they are looking at the screen. They have constant breaks. And then also after 1:40 to about 3:45, there is a 2 hours break. So they don't have to be in front of the screen. They can go out and take a nap or go play or do something, some physical activity. And then post 6 o'clock also, there is no screen time. So we urge the parents that anyway, this digital addiction is going to be there, whether they see here or they see something else. So let's use that digital screen time for learning academics here. But other than that, if you as a parent can have some kind of a screen control, so that you will have to do. And plus, because this is going to be a long-term thing, if instead of them sitting in front of a device where there is no this glare protection and all that, if you can make that investment right in the beginning, where they are sitting in front of a screen with the glare protection, that will also be easy on their eyes. So things like that, Mataji. So there are breaks in between classes, and there is an afternoon break, and then post evening and all that. And weekends, of course, you can control the screen time. And plus, if you can invest in that glare control monitor screens, that will also be helpful.
But then additional, physical activities in schools, Mataji, that will be completely stopped in this online sessions. And then, the 10-minute break won't really help them, because sometimes we have actually exposed, in COVID times, that children have 10 minutes break, but they generally don't take that break, kind of, they used to chit chat with other students in the classes and all. So that 10-minute break kind of, it's like just pass away like that only. So
No, in the 20-minute break itself, Mataji, our own teachers will make them do certain things. If you see in the morning also, there is like a good 20-25 minutes of yoga. They start off with that. And in the break also, maybe Principal Shobana Mataji can add to this also. The 20 minutes also, there is a protocol. When I said there is some physical activity involved, they get up, they're not looking at the screen, but there are certain physical postures, the asanas and all that simple things. So there will be things like that. And also as a parent, that is why I'm requesting you. So you have to make sure that afternoon 2 hours, 2.5 hours break what they're getting, and post evening, make sure they're getting out of the home and getting some kind of physical activity. And also the weekend, let them enroll for some athletics or physical anything, and let them get involved there. So other than this exclusive screen time, you and the teachers together, we will have to make sure that they're getting plenty of physical activity.
okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. So next, yeah, Bhakti Padma Swami Maharaj is back this one. Rahul Prabhu, if you can please unmute and speak now. Rahul Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Maharaji, Dandavat Pranam. Actually, it is like a really great and innovative idea. I was really, by heart, I was searching for my kids. But as I want to ask that at home, it will be little bit difficult to monitor the kids. And I think they will get distracted by from the family members, or I do have a toddler also. So my kids in a like in a fifth class. One daughter, I have one daughter. She is in fifth class, and another is a toddler. So he might distract him or disturb him for the class. So I just request, like, if you can provide some offline structure or method also at the nearest center, we can go, or we can send our student there. Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So this is called a cluster homeschooling.
Yes.
Where you're from, we may have some cluster homeschoolings, but we need at least 10 children should be there to have this kind of thing. That is work in
Maharaji,
progress.
yes. Maharaji, we will manage at the Bilwada Center, and I will personally go to the parents, and I will do rest of the things for like managing projector for the classroom or each and everything. I'll take the
Okay, please
responsibility.
contact Aradhana Mata. We want cluster homeschooling in charge at different places. If you're from Bilwada, I know in Bilwada you can get many children.
Yes.
We can do that. Yes, yes. You please contact Aradhana Mata.
Thank you,
Put a
Maharaj.
message to her so that it's a cluster homeschooling is also a concept which is part of it. We require local leaders to take responsibility. Like you told, I'll take responsibility. If somebody any temple takes, I'll take responsibility. Yes, we're willing to do that. Yes.
Right, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
Monica Mataji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. తెలుగులో మాట్లాడొచ్చా మాతాజీ?
మాట్లాడండి.
Okay.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ మహారాజ్ ఫర్ స్టార్టింగ్ ద సుసుఖం ఈ స్కూల్. ఎందుకంటే నేను చంద్రవంశి ప్రభుజీని అడుగుతున్నాను ఫస్ట్. ఏంటంటే ప్రభుజీ మనకి అల్బనీలో వేదిక్ స్కూల్ ఉండదా ప్రభుజీ, ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు లేదు అని చెప్పేసి అడిగాను ప్రభుజీని. సో ప్రభుజీ కూడా వేదిక్ స్కూల్ అని చెప్పేసి స్టార్ట్ చేసి ఇప్పుడు ఫ్రైడే భక్తి వృక్ష క్లాసెస్ లో పిల్లలకి కూడా శ్లోకాలు అవి చెప్తున్నారు. సో ఇప్పుడు మా పిల్లలు ఫస్ట్ ముగ్గురు పిల్లలు మహారాజ్. సో పరావిద్య మీకు తెలుసు కదా మహారాజ్, చిన్న పాప 7 months తను ఇప్పుడు.
తెలుసు.
సో ఫస్ట్ పాప సెకండ్ పాప ఒకరు వచ్చేసరికి ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్, ఒకరు ప్రీకే. వాళ్ళు స్కూల్ కి 3 years నుంచి వెళ్తున్నారు, కానీ వాళ్ళకి డేస్ ఇన్ ఏ వీక్ ఇప్పటికీ కరెక్ట్ గా తెలియదు. ఎప్పుడైతే వాళ్ళు స్కూల్కి వెళ్లకుండా ఇంట్లో ఉన్నారో అప్పుడు నేను నీట్ గా నేర్పించాను, అప్పుడు నీట్ గా చెప్పేవాళ్ళు. ఇప్పుడు స్కూల్ కి వెళ్తున్నారు కానీ వాళ్ళకి అవి తెలియవు, నెంబర్స్ సరిగా రావు, ఏమీ రావు. సో ఈ క్లాసెస్
That is why home school, the best teacher, there can be no better teacher than mother and devotees. When I was in America, that is what I was telling everyone. Just get these children out of school. The schools have become so rotten in America. And in India also become rotten, but America explicitly is rotten. And you sending your child to school, you're sending them to the slaughterhouse, to hell. Get them out. And whenever I went to America, they are saying, how can we teach ourselves? Now we have a solution. SuSukham is a solution for all the homeschoolers around the world.
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes.
సో లైక్ మహారాజ్ ఇప్పుడు NIOS కి నేను సపరేట్ గా రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వాలా మహారాజ్? ఎట్లా అంటే ఇక్కడ
NIOS registration happens only at 9th standard. Don't worry about it.
ఓకే మహారాజ్. యా,
You just
థ్యాంక్
have
యూ
to
సో మచ్.
continue. It's a private school. Nothing is required. It's home school. Yeah. Okay, next.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మహారాజ్. హరే కృష్ణ.
Radhanath Krishna. Yeah, okay.
One of you can speak, Prabhu. Either Radhanath Krishna Prabhu or Lohit Prabhu, one of you, please. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please.
Please speak, Prabhu.
Yeah. Mataji, can I just get the question? What was the question?
No, we are requesting.
We are not the question, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we are Radha Kant Krishna Prabhu. Unmute him.
He's not unmuting. Radhanath Krishna Prabhu, are you there?
Yeah, nice. Unmute. Yeah, please.
You muted again, Prabhu. Okay, he's on mute.
Okay, Hridaya.
Hridaya Prabhu, please unmute and speak.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I am speaking. Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandavad Pranam.
Please speak, bro. Your
Volume is
hands.
very less.
I am able to hear you.
Yeah. Maharaj, very amazing initiative. Actually, we are searching for my kid. This 5 years old kid. 7 years old, I'm sorry. So we are sending him to Karmi school, and he's not willing actually to go there and study. So I'm actually full-time devotee, Maharaj. So I have 2 questions. Like, I have seen one family, one Mataji devotee family, they started their kid with KC Siksha.
Yes.
KC Siksha is also another online platform school.
Yes.
But what is her experience is that the child is unable to cope up, and no socialization. So he was like always screen time, and after some very early he used to sleep because of lot of screen time. And parent also should be always with the kid. He was studying, I think, 1st or 2nd standard. So parent was always with the child.
Yes.
And
I have a small thing here. You want to just pay some money to some school and dump the child in hell and then be happy?
Yeah. No
Yeah, it's up.
knowledge.
When you produce a child, at least till the age of 5,
Yeah.
you have to be with the child.
Yes, yes,
It's a
Maharaj.
basic system. Once the child
Yes.
is for a 6, 7 year old, then they can do on their own. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
compulsory for the child to be with the parent. This
Yes,
nursery, actually, in our younger days, there was nothing like nursery, QKG, LKG. It's all money making business. Uh, the child has to be nurtured
okay.
by the mother.
Yeah.
They want to learn something, so we are actually having an online school for that. It's the best that they actually attend online school, going to school, meeting all kinds of teachers. Who are those teachers in those nursery and UKG? They're dropouts. They're frustrated people who just they don't get any job there. They go to some school and do some something and then get some money. And you want your child to associate with such people just because you want to be
Yes,
peaceful?
Maharaj.
One mother told, "Oh, at least when my child goes to the school, at least at that time I'm peaceful." That means what? You want to dump the child in hell and then say, I'm peaceful? What kind of parent you are?
No, no, Maharaj.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah.
Hridaya Prabhu.
And Maharaj, like if I join my son, Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Uh, as I'm a full-time devotee, Maharaj, I want like the fee structure. Will be there
Talk it
any
offline.
concessions for the
We'll
full-time
talk
devotees?
offline.
Okay.
You just talk to Aradhana Mother, you'll take it off. And
Okay,
we'll
Maharaj. Okay.
talk to the concerned temple authorities also. Yeah. Now,
Okay, Maharaj.
Hridaya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, take my humble obeisance in your lotus feet. Actually, the same that all, I think I have covered all the questions from all the devotees. But still, that offline, that maybe that more convenient to our child. I have two childs basically. One is at daughter's name is Hridaya. My name is Ravi Sharma, and basically she was in first standard, and another is in fifth standard in Dwarka, Delhi. Actually, I very inspired with your speech that time lecture, and got automatically actually very much faith on the education system that what we have developed in East. But still, that I have a little doubt that in the COVID time they are not ready uh, uh, to stand in front of the screen. Uh, they are
One,
very
one
they're
note here.
very
Every
cunning. Yeah.
when I was a kid, I saw many children. The parents used to drag them to the child school, isn't it? They used to cry and how do all these things, and later on they will go. It's just adaptability and training. We just have to train them and adaptable. If it's something very attractive, definitely they'll do that. You tell me where problems
And
are
my
more.
wife, my wife's concern also that what about the socialization? What
No,
about
I told you what kind of
the
socialization
friends?
you want them to
What
have.
about the game period they have
What
participated?
after 6 o'clock in your society, children are not there.
Yes, yes, they are there.
And what
Yeah,
kind of
they are
social?
there.
I've always said that socialization should be monitored. Monitored socialization.
Yeah.
There in school is
And one
unmonitored.
more, one more question that after the ninth standard, that all the formalities done by the team for
Yes.
admission and 10th
Yes,
standard,
yes,
and
yes.
then
We have a team under Maniyar Mata who takes care of the entire thing. Yeah.
okay, we don't have to do that registration and all these things by
And
self.
that will be taken. We'll take care of the team. Whole school is meant for that. School
And
takes care of
I
it.
really appreciate I really appreciate the curriculum and syllabus. Really appreciate because I actually got inspired with the Guru Maharaj, and I unfortunately I in the come in the contact with the ISKCON in 2024, and now that already 3.5 years
So regarding the
gone,
school,
and
any other
I'm
questions? We
continuously
can go to other.
practicing.
It's getting late.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Rahul,
yeah, yeah.
Deepak Cherukuri Prabhu. All of you can be ready. You can keep yourself unmute. We'll just quickly go over the question. Deepak Prabhu, are you there, Prabhu?
Rahul has to speak.
Rahul? Yeah, Rahul Upadhyay. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Maharaj,
Hare Krishna.
Dhanvat Pranam Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, please.
Prabhu, actually, the classes will be started from the July 20th, or else when the
Yes,
class.
20th July classes starts.
So actually, my kid is in 5th standard. So we need to purchase books, or else how is
Once you get admission, we'll tell all the details, clear details about it. There's soft copy also, there's hard copy also. Soft copy is free, hard copy we have to pay. That's very nominal. It's not a big thing. Most of the material will come online.
Oh, okay, Prabhu.
Certain things, some simple books have to be purchased. So, yeah.
Prabhu, so for like 5th standard, right? So all the 5th standard will get one Zoom link, or else how the
As it been told, there is a platform, the dashboard will come. In that, the student logging. Once you log in, the child logs in, he'll get a link. He'll join the link. That link will be shared with all the other students with the 5th standard. So that's a system. There will be special training given for the software, how to use that software. It's a very simple dashboard where user-friendly thing. It will be once you get admission, all these things will be spoken.
So for each subject, the different links will be there, or else like a single
In the
dashboard.
student portal, once you dashboard, when you student login, there will be a link which will be appearing there.
Okay.
That our IT team will take care of all that. There'll be training for that.
Oh, okay.
And next,
Hare Krishna.
Hari Om. Hari Om, Prabhu. Hridaya can put your hands
Hare
down.
Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat Pranam.
Dhanyavad.
Thank you for this such nice initiative. Honestly, I wanted something so that we can come out from trap of this modern school system. Even like there may be some parents they want to come out but they don't have any option. So I feel this SuSukham school is one such initiative. So thank you very much for this initiative, Maharaj. I have few questions. I think I noted down from starting the session, and in between I went away. So I'm not sure if these questions are covered already. So maybe I was having this concern that my daughter, she is turning 4 in July, and sometimes she asks us like, "I also want to go to school." We did not put her yet into school. So I feel like maybe in future she will ask again. Then not sure like how we'll be facing the same question when we'll see others.
When she joins our school,
No, Maharaj, not yet.
when she's going to join our school and experience the taste of our school, I'm sure Param Drishtva Nivartate. There will be never experience like that. So we do our best. Leave the rest to Krishna.
Definitely, Maharaj. I hope for the best for sure. And I was noticing few points. I mean, some other faculty member was flashing. There was one point that focus on rank, not just marks. So I feel like how it will be. I mean, without marks, there will not be rank.
I did not say that.
There was one
basic focus is. I don't know how you know about the entrance examinations for IIT, for example. The minimum qualification is 60% in 12th standard. Okay.
Agree.
Now, definitely the child will get about 80, 90. But if you just focus on those marks, if you're not trained for the entrance exam, high marks, but no selection.
Right.
So after 9th, we have to focus on what? Selection, isn't it?
Definitely selection and at least 60% mark, so that can be managed. Yes,
We are not saying we just try for 60 there. Definitely, because of the training, they'll get more than that. But the mind has to be there to be trained for them. Yeah. It is not that they come to 12th standard and then think of entrance exam. They think of it right from 9th standard. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I think most of questions were covered. I had one last query. So maybe this timetable, which was Mataji was sharing, that seems like most of exhausted from 8 to around 5 p.m. in the evening. So I feel like there should be a dedicated member uh, along with the kid.
So it is not all the way up to 5:45. If you see, there are 15 to 20 minutes break after every single period of
Definitely. Yes,
and
yes,
then in the
Mataji.
afternoon also from 1:40 to 3:45, 2 hours good amount of break is there. So they're not like all throughout in front of the screen or anything like that. And yes,
No,
there will
no.
be a dedicated teacher, whether it is for homeschool, homework supervision or the dedicated periods. There is going to be a dedicated teacher. There is a class teacher and there is also subject expert teacher also. So they will be under teacher monitoring.
Teacher monitor. Okay. So my concern was Mataji, so if kid is taking classes, then out of parents, one need to be available along with the student.
Not necessary. Like Maharaj was reiterating again and again, up to maybe like UKG, maybe yes, you have to at least make them sit in front of the screen. After that, you just make them there and we will take care of it. The teachers are very well qualified. They will keep them engrossed throughout. So you don't have to necessarily be next to them all the time.
Okay, so maybe in higher classes, that's not the case. But maybe I'm thinking about my daughter's perspective.
Your daughter
And
is
she's
fourth.
four, so
Standard.
maybe, yeah.
As I told Rohit, till the age of 5,
Ah,
the child needs the mother.
agree.
It's
Yes, definitely.
good that we have an online school which is making that possible. That's compulsory. Yeah. So you can go to next, Swaro Shisha.
Sure. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Maharaj, for answering the queries. Anyway, I'll get in touch, Mataji, to get
Yes,
my
yes.
other queries clarified. Yeah, thank you.
We'll be posting
Hare,
the admission form. You can fill it up.
Yes, Varochisha Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Humble obeisance. Uh,
Yes, Prabhu.
can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. So you are answering this like whenever the parent is asking about the screen time and so on. The most of the children are addicted to the mobiles, and this is a kind of replacement for that, and then they can continue with the education. That is very nice. Maharaj, I got one thought in my mind when I was listening to all these questions and answers. That, for example, if in one location there are many people are or many students are there, for example, let's take an Hyderabad as an example. If there is a number of students are high, rather than putting them into the online, can't we plan for offline something like that? Any such
So
plans in the future?
we have something called cluster. For example, you have many students, for example, 10, 15, 20 students. We have a place, and then they do online, but in the guidance of a local cluster homeschooling in charge, responsible person. Now, just imagine to open another school, do you have the infrastructure for it? Number one. Can you hire all the teachers for it? Number two. If you can do that, I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
You're opening another school. So this online is the best. And then cluster is very good if you take responsibility of 10 children, 15 children. So they can do cluster homeschooling, no problem.
Yeah,
You,
that
you
gives a,
contact,
we'll get
you contact.
the information online and the form filling, and then according to
Yes.
that, maybe you can
Yes.
guide.
First fill the form, get admissions. Once your admissions, we know how many students are from your area and all. If you don't have any admissions, what will you do?
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. Yeah. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
Sandeep.
So who you want? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Maharaj Dandavat Pranam Maharaj, Mataji also.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Maharaj, my
Can you
one
speak
doubt means,
loudly? Your voice is very low.
Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, my doubt is earlier when Mataji said dances and all other musical instruments will be taught. How how is how it is possible in this online platform?
Yes, there are many dance classes happening online. Many happening. Singing.
Learning dances. Is it possible,
And
Maharaj, online?
yes, it's happening.
Welcome.
There is a dance teacher from Mira Road who teaches students in Canada, and they performed in Janmashtami very nicely.
Yeah.
It's happening.
And
It's there. It's a trend.
and also, Maharaj,
Singing.
is there any any now local language?
That conversation will teach that. We would like, for
Means you said
example,
English and Sanskrit are compulsory subjects.
compulsory. For example,
Any
there is
local
a
languages
child.
also?
Yeah, listen. There's a child from Hindi background. We'll ask the child in a spoken Hindi. They'll tell a story in Hindi. Suppose a child is in from Telugu, we'll ask the child to speak one story in Telugu. So that will be a international multilingual thing. So spoken, written and examination, don't want to give pressure. Already the children are burdened with so many things, and we don't want to burden as an examination of the local language, mother tongue. The mother tongue you can teach them, and conversation will encourage them. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a national school. It's a national level. You have so many languages, 22 languages in India. Somebody says teaching, somebody says Telugu, somebody says the Kannada, then we have to go mad.
Yeah, and also Maharaj, one more point you said the for the students who are interested in social subject, they don't need to study other subjects. Something you said. What is it?
Ninth stand onwards, I told.
Uh-huh.
Till eighth, everything is standardized.
Okay.
In the ninth, they choose their career. Depending on the career, we teach them. Got it?
Okay, Maharaj. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Sandeep.
Sandeep just spoke, Maharaj. Gayatri Rajeshwari.
Ah. So you can post that admission form to all of them.
Yeah.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्ण महाराज एंड हरे कृष्ण माता जी। ये फॉर्म कहाँ पे यानी आप लोग फॉर्म कहाँ अपडेट करेंगे प्रभु जी?
व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में।
एडमिशन फॉर्म
आप है माता जी व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में?
नो माता जी।
Okay, I'm messaging my number here. You message me. I will share. I'll add you to the group.
You put it in the chat box also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Last question is very good. Where is application form? Okay. Next, Gayatri Mata.
Yeah, she just finished. Rahul Upadhyay, Prabhu, you have more questions, Prabhu?
Okay, we wind off. So we wind off now. And any other questions, everything, please contact Mataji. And especially those who are leaders of different centers and who are preachers, you take this as a priority, because the most important people are most important for any congregation, any grahastha is a child. And ISKCON is initiating and then preaching. Big movement is flourishing, and we are not done not much for their children, who are the most important for them. So we're taking the congregation money, we're taking congregation seva, but for them in their life, who is most important? The child. We're not done much for it. So this endeavor to actually serve our children who have been sent by Krishna into our movement, and in general, people in general also, so that they can be saved from slaughterhouse. Srila Prabhupada called these education institutes and schools slaughterhouses. And we want Bacha Bachao Andolan. So any last word of which you would like to speak? I would like anybody else who is there, one of the leaders here. Yeah, one last word by everyone. Anybody? We'll finish it off. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, you have one last question. So can I ask?
Yes. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj ji, Dandavat Pranam. There is one question from my wife. Actually, she is asking that हम बच्चों को घर पे कैसा है कि स्क्रीन टाइम एंड जो मोबाइल वगैरह सारी चीजें नहीं देते हैं, माई डॉटर शी इज 3 years old। तो क्या होता है कि अगर हम इनको सिर्फ कंप्यूटर और स्क्रीन पे ही सारा टाइम पढ़ा रहे हैं, तो एक होता है ना कि बच्चे को हमेशा लगे कि यही सारा दुनिया है, यही सारी चीज़। बिकॉज यहाँ पर बहुत सारे पेरेंट ऐसे हैं जिनके बच्चे बड़े ऑलरेडी, वो स्कूल गए हैं, बाद में कन्वर्ट मतलब इसमें हो रहे हैं। बट देन हमारा बच्चा कभी स्कूल ही नहीं जाएगा। और उसमें फिर ये एक फैक्टर होता है ना कि जब हम नॉन डिवोटी सेटअप में कहीं बाहर जाते हैं, लाइक रिलेटिव में या कहीं पर है, तो बच्चों को उसमें सोशलाइजिंग होने में, बिकॉज हमारा एक माइंडसेट रहता है ना कि अगर बच्चे स्कूल जा रहे हैं, तो जो बच्चे कृष्णा कॉन्शियस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से नहीं, या फिर जो अदर कल्चर से भी है, तो उसमें सोशलाइज होने में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा क्या? ये क्वेश्चन है।
देखिए, सोशलाइजेशन मॉनिटर्ड होना चाहिए। हमारा जो सोशलाइजेशन है वो मॉनिटर्ड सोशलाइजेशन है। बच्चा, जब मैं घर से बाहर खेलने के लिए जाता था, मेरी माँ पूछती थी किसके साथ खेल रहा था, नाम बताना पड़ता था। अगर पता लगा मैं कोई ऐसे दुष्ट लड़के के साथ खेल रहा हूँ, उस दिन मुझे मार पड़ती थी। तो मॉनिटर्ड सोशलाइजेशन। तो अगर आपके पास कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस का शक्ति है, ट्रेंड है, वो संग देगा, संग लेगा नहीं। लेकिन तो आप चाहते हैं क्या आपके बच्चे जो है वो दुष्संग में जाके, असत्संग में जाके गलत आदतें ले? तो बचाओ। हाँ, हाँ, ये क्या भक्तों के साथ बैठना या अपने जो स्कूल के जो साथी हैं उनके साथ बातचीत करना, मंदिर में जाके उनके साथ जो भी वार्तालाप करना, वो संग नहीं है। जैसे मैंने कहा, ये स्कूल का मुख्य उद्देश्य है हाई क्लास मटेरियल एजुकेशन इन स्पिरिचुअल एटमॉस्फेयर। एजुकेशन जो है मटेरियल की बात हो रही है। मैंने अभी कोई स्पिरिचुअल गीता भागवत की बात नहीं की। मैंने आईआईटी की बात किया, मैं नीट का बात किया, है कि नहीं? ठीक है। सो स्टॉप नाउ। माता जी का नंबर आपके पास है, तो आप बाकी सब क्वेश्चंस उनसे पूछ सकते हैं। और फॉर्म जो है, एडमिशन फॉर्म सर्कुलेट हो गया है, आप उसको आगे बढ़ाइए। तो लास्ट कोई जगन्नाथ सका है क्या? ठीक है, लास्ट।
हाँ, हरे कृष्ण। हाँ महाराज जी, प्रणाम, दंडवत प्रणाम। हाँ महाराज जी, ये बहुत सुंदर इनिशिएटिव है। मैं एक छोटा सा फीडबैक देना चाहता था कि कुछ डिवोटी कम्युनिटी के बच्चे हैं जो 8 क्लास में ही रेगुलर फेल हो रहे थे कुछ साल से। तो 2-3 बच्चे थे वैसे पेरेंट्स के, तो बहुत परेशान थे। तो मैं एज ए टीचर ही हूँ, तो उनको ना डायरेक्ट एनआईओएस में एडमिशन कराया, और इस साल वो 10th पास हो गए हैं। और वो भक्ति बहुत सीरियसली अब कर रहे हैं, माला कर रहे हैं, बुक्स पढ़ रहे हैं। और इस साल मैंने 12th में भी एडमिशन करा दिया।
चलो,
तो
बहुत अच्छा।
महाराज, ये बहुत अच्छा है, और मैं इसमें वॉलेंटियर बनना चाहता हूँ, मतलब आपके साथ।
आप
मैं
बात
गया से
कीजिए,
हूँ, गया से।
आराधना मंच से बात कीजिएगा आप, ठीक है?
ठीक।
हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम राम हरे हरे। तो अभी आप में से जो भी बचे हैं, 77 पार्टिसिपेंट बचे हैं। तो आप के पास कोई प्रश्न है? मैं आशा करता हूँ कि आप ये जो यू टेक दिस स्कूल हेड टू ए ग्रेट ग्लोरी। हरे कृष्ण, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
Thank you very much, Maharaj. That was pronounced. Thank you very much, devotees. We'll stay in touch. I'll send the admission form now, so whoever is interested, you can go ahead and fill, and we will give you the interview slots. And the
Hare
school will
Krishna.
start from July 20th. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you.